Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of the one and only Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. From his humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, to becoming a global icon, Elvis revolutionized music, fashion, and entertainment in ways that continue to resonate today. His electrifying performances, distinctive voice, and charismatic persona not only defined an era, but also paved the way for generations of artists to come. In this video, we'll explore 10 incredible moments that shaped Elvis's legendary status, moments that showcase his rise to fame, his cultural impact, and the personal challenges he faced along the way. From his fateful meeting with Colonel Tom Parker to his groundbreaking television appearances, from his military service to his triumphant comeback, these pivotal events paint a vivid picture of a man who became more than just a musician. He became a legend. So, are you ready to walk in the blue suede shoes of the king himself? Let's dive into the moments that made Elvis Presley a true American icon. Number 10. Meeting Colonel Tom Parker, February 6, 1955. On February 6, 1955, a pivotal encounter took place that would shape the course of music history. Elvis Presley, a rising star with just a few hit singles to his name, met Colonel Tom Parker, a savvy promoter with a mysterious past. This meeting would prove to be a turning point in Elvis's career. Colonel Parker, born Andreas Cornelis van Kuijk in the Netherlands, had reinvented himself in America. With a background in carnival work and music promotion, Parker saw immense potential in the young, charismatic Elvis. His shrewd business acumen and relentless ambition would propel Elvis to unprecedented heights of fame. Under Parker's guidance, Elvis's career skyrocketed. The Colonel negotiated groundbreaking deals, including Elvis's move to RCA Records and his foray into Hollywood. While controversial, Parker's influence was undeniable, shaping Elvis's image and steering his career for over 2 decades. Number 9. Signing with RCA and Heartbreak Hotel, 1955-56. In late 1955, Elvis Presley's star was on the rise, and the music industry took notice. Sam Phillips, the owner of Sun Records, saw an opportunity to cash in on his prized artist. RCA Records, sensing Elvis's potential, made a bold move. They offered $35,000 for Elvis's contract, a staggering sum at the time, equivalent to about $300,000 today. This record-breaking deal marked a turning point in the music industry, setting a new standard for artist valuations and signaling the dawn of rock and roll as a major commercial force. With the ink barely dry on his RCA contract, Elvis was ready to make his mark. Enter Heartbreak Hotel, a haunting ballad inspired by a tragic suicide note. Released in January 1956, the song showcased a new dimension of Elvis's talent. Its moody atmosphere and Elvis's emotionally charged delivery captivated listeners across the nation. Heartbreak Hotel quickly climbed the charts, battling it out with Carl Perkins' Blue Suede Shoes for 2 exhilarating months. On May 5, 1956, it claimed the top spot on the Billboard pop chart, becoming Elvis's first #1 hit. This smash success not only justified RCA's investment, but also catapulted Elvis into the stratosphere of fame, cementing his status as the new king of rock and roll. Number 8. Controversial TV appearances, 1956. In 1956, Elvis Presley brought his electrifying presence to television, igniting a cultural firestorm. It began with 6 appearances on the Dorsey Brothers' CBS variety show, where Elvis's uninhibited performances raised eyebrows and heart rates alike. But it was his April 3rd appearance on NBC's Milton Berle show that truly set the nation ablaze. Elvis's hip-swiveling rendition of Hound Dog scandalized conservative viewers while thrilling fans, sparking a nationwide debate about morality and music. The controversy reached a fever pitch with Elvis's return to the Milton Berle show on June 5th. Critics across the country unleashed a torrent of outrage, decrying Elvis's immoral antics and vulgar gyrations. But as the pundits fumed, record sales soared. The public's insatiable curiosity about this rebellious rocker translated into unprecedented popularity. Even Steve Allen's attempt to tame Elvis by having him sing Hound Dog to an actual basset hound backfired, drawing massive ratings and further solidifying Elvis's status as a cultural phenomenon. These controversial TV appearances not only skyrocketed Elvis's fame, but also symbolized a generational divide, positioning him as the voice and body of a new, rebellious youth culture. Number 7. Jailhouse Rock Movie, November 8, 1957. After conquering the worlds of music and television, Elvis set his sights on the silver screen. His first two films, Love Me Tender and Loving You, were modest successes, but failed to showcase Elvis's full potential as an actor. However, on November 8, 1957, Jailhouse Rock hit theaters, and everything changed. This gritty drama about a young man's journey from prison to stardom marked a turning point in Elvis's film career. Jailhouse Rock was a game-changer, blending a serious storyline with Elvis's magnetic screen presence and, of course, his music. The film's titular musical number, featuring Elvis leading a troupe of inmates in a high-energy dance routine, became an instant classic. This sequence, with its innovative choreography and Elvis's raw charisma, is often cited as a precursor to modern music videos. While contemporary critics remained skeptical, Jailhouse Rock proved that Elvis could carry a film as a legitimate actor, not just a musical novelty. It set the stage for his future cinematic endeavors and cemented his status as a multi-talented entertainer. The film's success demonstrated that Elvis was more than just a flash in the pan. He was a bona fide movie star with staying power. Number 6. Elvis joins the Army, March 25, 1958. On March 25, 1958, the unthinkable happened. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, was drafted into the United States Army. This moment, captured in widely publicized photos of Elvis receiving his military haircut, sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Fans mourned, fearing this would be the end of Elvis's reign. However, Colonel Parker saw this as an opportunity to reshape Elvis's image and broaden his appeal. Despite offers for special treatment, Elvis chose to serve as a regular soldier, a decision that won him respect from critics and admirers alike. This taming of the wild rocker was both literal and symbolic. The sight of Elvis in uniform, dutifully serving his country, softened his image in the eyes of older, more conservative Americans. It transformed him from a rebellious youth icon into a patriotic, all-American hero. While his absence from the music scene allowed new stars to rise, it also created a sense of anticipation for his return. Elvis's time in the Army marked the end of his reign as the premier rock and roller, but it set the stage for his evolution into a more mature, widely accepted entertainer who could appeal to audiences across generations. Number 5. Duet with Frank Sinatra, May 12, 1960. In a stunning turn of events, on May 12, 1960, Elvis Presley appeared on Frank Sinatra's ABC special, It's Nice to Go Traveling. This unlikely duet between the king of rock and roll and Old Blue Eyes was nothing short of revolutionary. Just 3 years earlier, Sinatra had dismissed rock and roll as the most brutal, ugly, degenerate, vicious form of expression, performed by cretinous goons. Now, here he was, sharing the stage with its biggest star. This collaboration was a masterstroke orchestrated by Colonel Parker to broaden Elvis's appeal. By performing alongside Sinatra, Elvis gained credibility with older, more conservative audiences who had previously dismissed him. The special showcased a more polished Elvis, crooning ballads and swapping songs with Sinatra. It was a clear signal that Elvis was more than just a rock and roll rebel. He was a versatile entertainer capable of appealing to all ages. The show was a massive success, drawing 2/3 of the TV viewing audience and earning Elvis a record-breaking $125,000 appearance fee. This pivotal moment marked Elvis's transition from a controversial youth icon to a mainstream superstar, setting the stage for his 1960s career as a pop culture phenomenon embraced by audiences of all generations. Number 4. The 68 Comeback Special, December 3, 1968. By 1968, Elvis Presley's career had hit rock bottom. His string of mediocre films and lackluster singles had turned the king of rock and roll into a pop culture punchline. It had been 3 years since his last top 10 hit, and his relevance seemed to be fading fast. Enter the 68 Comeback Special, a Hail Mary pass that would reignite Elvis's career and remind the world why they fell in love with him in the first place. Originally conceived as a Christmas special, the show evolved into a career-defining moment thanks to director Steve Binder's vision. On December 3, 1968, viewers were treated to a raw, reinvigorated Elvis, clad in black leather, performing stripped-down versions of his classics. The intimate sit-down sessions showcased Elvis's still powerful voice and magnetic charisma, while the stand-up performances proved he could still electrify an audience. The special was a ratings juggernaut, becoming NBC's highest-rated show of the year. More importantly, it re-established Elvis as a vital, contemporary artist. The king had reclaimed his throne, setting the stage for the next phase of his legendary career and cementing the 68 Comeback Special as one of the most significant moments in music television history. Number 3. Return to live performances, July 31, 1969, September 14, 1970. Riding the wave of his spectacular comeback, Elvis was eager to reconnect with live audiences. On July 31, 1969, he kicked off an electrifying 8-week engagement at the newly constructed International Hotel in Las Vegas. This wasn't just any show. It was a triumphant return of the king to his throne. With a hand-picked band led by guitar virtuoso James Burton, backed by the gospel harmonies of the Imperials and the soulful vocals of the Sweet Inspirations, Elvis delivered nightly performances that left audiences and critics in awe. The success of the Vegas residency reignited Elvis's passion for live performance, leading to a momentous decision: it was time to hit the road again. On September 9, 1970, Elvis embarked on his first tour in over a decade, starting in Phoenix and winding through cities like St. Louis, Detroit, and Miami. This return to touring marked a new chapter in Elvis's career, shifting his focus from movies back to music and live performances. The enthusiasm of the crowds and the thrill of being back on stage reinvigorated Elvis, setting the tone for the remainder of his career. These shows allowed fans across America to experience the magic of Elvis live, further solidifying his status as the ultimate American entertainer and proving that the king of rock and roll still reigned supreme. Number 2. Aloha from Hawaii, satellite broadcast, January 14, 1973. On January 14, 1973, Elvis Presley made television history with Aloha from Hawaii, the first-ever satellite concert broadcast worldwide. This groundbreaking event was a testament to Elvis's enduring star power and Colonel Parker's ambitious vision. The scale was unprecedented. A live concert beamed to over 40 countries across Asia and Europe, with a delayed broadcast later reaching American audiences. The Colonel's bold claim of a potential audience of 1.3 billion people may have been an exaggeration, but it certainly captured the imagination of fans worldwide. The impact of Aloha from Hawaii was immense. Elvis, resplendent in his iconic white jumpsuit adorned with red and blue eagles, delivered a powerhouse performance that showcased his incredible vocal range and magnetic stage presence. The set list spanned his entire career, from early hits to contemporary covers, reminding the world of his versatility as an artist. The special was a massive success, drawing huge ratings wherever it aired. In the US, it attracted 51% of the television audience, a remarkable feat. The accompanying album shot to the top of the charts, giving Elvis his first #1 album since 1965. Aloha from Hawaii not only reaffirmed Elvis's status as a global superstar, but also set a new standard for live music broadcasts, paving the way for future international concert events. Number 1. Elvis and Priscilla's divorce, October 9, 1973. The romance between Elvis Presley and Priscilla Beaulieu was a love story that captivated the world. It began in 1959 when Elvis, stationed in Germany during his military service, met 14-year-old Priscilla at a party. Despite their age difference, a connection sparked. After years of long-distance courtship, Priscilla moved to Graceland in 1963, and the couple finally tied the knot in a Las Vegas ceremony on May 1, 1967. Their union seemed like a fairy tale come true for fans worldwide. However, the reality behind closed doors was far more complex. The birth of their daughter Lisa Marie in 1968 brought joy, but it also marked the beginning of troubled times. As Elvis returned to live performances in 1969, the strain on their relationship intensified. They separated in February 1972, with their divorce finalized on October 9, 1973. This personal upheaval deeply affected Elvis, contributing to his increasingly erratic behavior and declining health in his final years. Though Priscilla always spoke fondly of Elvis, the end of their marriage seemed to mark the beginning of the King's tragic descent, adding a poignant note to the legend of Elvis Presley. As we've journeyed through these 10 incredible moments, we've witnessed the rise, fall, and resurrection of a true American icon. From his fateful meeting with Colonel Parker to the groundbreaking Aloha from Hawaii concert, Elvis Presley's life was a roller coaster of triumphs and challenges. We've seen how his electrifying TV appearances, his transition to Hollywood, his time in the Army, and his spectacular comeback shaped not just his career, but popular culture itself. Through his music, his movies, and his larger-than-life persona, Elvis broke barriers and redefined what it meant to be an entertainer. Even his personal struggles, like his divorce from Priscilla, added depth to his legend. Today, decades after his untimely passing, Elvis's influence continues to reverberate through the worlds of music, fashion, and entertainment. His songs still play on radios worldwide, his image still adorns walls and t-shirts, and new generations continue to discover the magic of the King. Elvis Presley didn't just make history, he became history, an enduring symbol of American culture and the transformative power of rock and roll.